Star Trek Picard is less than 5 days away right now, so it makes sense that CBS and Amazon would drop a brand new trailer for the series. Today we're going to analyze it for any brand new details related to the show.
Engage.
Hey everyone, my name's Commander Brie, and welcome to Trek Central. The trailer in question features new shots of Picard and some other details from the show. Sadly, we cannot show you this video due to copyright issues, but if you head on over to the link in the description, you can watch it there. As a warning, this video will be talking about Star Trek Picard and the footage that appears in it, so if you want to stay spoiler-free, it might be wise to not watch this video. You have been warned. Now, let's see what's new. The trailer opens with some beautiful images of space, and then flashes of the USS Enterprise D. Even though we only get a few frames of it, it is fantastic to see this iconic ship after so long. The ship is massively connected to Jean-Luc Picard, as he commanded it as captain for many years, even commanding its successor, the Enterprise E, for considerable time. All that emptiness, all that silence, I had forgotten how much I loved it. We see Picard open up a tin which contains his Starfleet comm badge, a familiar image from some of the previous trailers that have appeared before. Picard is then seen talking with an old man in what looks like a patio at the Chateau Picard. I'd like to put it out there and guess that this old man might be Luis, who is an old childhood friend of Jean-Luc who we met in the Next Generation episode Family. The man asks Picard, "You really want to go back out into the cold?" with Picard saying the following line, "I may never pass that way again." It would be an interesting reply to that question, which makes me think that this has been cut into the trailer and the two sentences are not connected. However, this could be Picard simply saying that he may not get the opportunity to go out into space on a mission ever again. This could also be said when Picard meets Riker and Troy. I may never pass this way again, essentially saying goodbye to those two as he doesn't know what this mission has in store for him. This adds extra weight to Riker and Picard sitting on the dock, with Riker knowing he can't talk Picard out of this. We see Picard stepping out onto a public transporter pad in what appears to be Starfleet headquarters, or a Starfleet building. The public transporter pads are very interesting, and it makes sense that they would be employed at the Federation worlds. Though I do wonder what would happen if you stepped onto one as someone was beaming onto it. Hopefully Starfleet also thought about that in their design. The music then begins to swell, giving a very interesting feel to the trailer. It's a much more reflective tone to the previous trailers, making it seem like it could be the final mission for Picard. Next, we see Picard being embraced by Deanna Troi, and then a beautiful shot of the new ship, the La Sirena, orbiting Earth. This ship totally gives off an SS Normandy vibe from the Mass Effect series, and the shot itself looks absolutely amazing, seeing Earth from the perspective of this new ship that we haven't met yet. We do know that Santiago Cabrera's character, Chris Rios, is the owner of the ship, in which it is described as a private starship and therefore not part of the Federation Starfleet. Then we see a similar shot of a colony or outpost on the coast with an orbital facility close by. I wonder if this is still Earth, as it does have a quite human architecture, but could easily be on another Federation world. Number 1, Picard's pit bull stands next to Picard, who is enjoying some Chateau Picard wine when Daj appears before him. Why she sought to find Picard, we don't know, but Picard then says this: "One is never safe from the past." Could Daj represent some part of Picard's past? Or again, could this simply be how the trailer is edited? The legend returns, and something we haven't seen before is that Picard visits a Starfleet admiral and asks her to reinstate him. We can assume from previous trailers that this doesn't go as planned and Picard doesn't get reinstated, making it understandable why he seeks out this ragtag team to undertake the mission without Starfleet's permission or approval. This would also align with Michelle Hurd's character of Rafi Musiker commenting about another off-the-book rescue mission, implying he seeks her out following this dismissal from Starfleet. We see some familiar shots of Rios piloting the La Sirena, and a fleet of what we can assume are Romulan ships in orbit of Mars or Vulcan? It's a red planet at least. The past is written, but the future is left for us to write. More scenes of the synth attack on Mars are shown as Picard says the past is written. It makes sense that this attack affects Picard, but as it is in the past, he cannot change it, but he can make sure that he helps to create a good future. We're seeing a lot of references to writing a good future for the galaxy and everyone as a whole, a theme often carried by many iterations of Star Trek in our opinion. A couple of Romulans look to be throwing Picard out of some sort of building, and then we see William T. Riker as well as Hugh and Elnor as Picard states, "The future is left for us to write," showing what is going to happen. Inserted very quickly into this new trailer is a fantastic shot of Picard's new crew, featuring Rafi Musiker, Daj, Dr. Jurati, Chris Rios, and Picard himself. They're appearing in civilian gear, but also dressed for hot weather. Perhaps this planet is overly warm. Going on a long stretch, we could make the connection that they're about to recruit Elnor based off the planet's terrain. And again, it could not be a Picard trailer without seeing 7 of 9 dual-wielding rifles having a shootout in a bar. This is just a staple for all of these trailers, and I can't wait to see it in the actual show. Finally, an extended little scene of Picard saying his famous line of "Engage," presumably as the La Sirena goes to warp with Picard's new mission. A scene of an F-8 android is shown raising a gun. What is interesting to note is that you can on the screens behind the android clearly see the rogue synth attack on Mars. This probably means that this is happening at the same time, so androids could have been on the ground in Mars, maybe even disabling any ground defenses on Utopia Planitia. Also in this scene, we get a great look at some updated Starfleet LCARS designs. For those of you who don't know, LCARS is the Starfleet computer operating system. Very cool to see an HD version of those. One of Daj's attackers is then seen activating their gun. Perhaps showing this after the android could suggest that these attackers are also androids, but we really don't know and it's very hard to make that connection right now. We'll just need to wait and see. We can see more flashbacks of the attack on Mars by those rogue synthetics. This seems to be a reoccurring theme from the trailers, possibly hinting at its connection to the Star Trek Short Trek's Children of Mars episode. Finally, before the title sequence, the scene of Hugh, Daj, and Picard running down a dark, creepy corridor appears again. Following the title sequence, we can see Picard playing cards with Data, stating that he does not want the game to end. This is almost the same scene that was shown off during the San Diego Comic-Con trailer back in 2019. That's it for this trailer breakdown. If you want to prepare for Star Trek Picard, don't worry, we have a video guide coming this week, so stay tuned. We're currently running a Star Trek Picard themed giveaway on our website, so see the link in the video description for more. If you like this video and you want to keep up to date with all things Star Trek news, lore, and more, then make sure to subscribe to us here on Trek Central on YouTube. You can also follow us on social media for daily updates, as well as visit our website for weekly articles. We're also now rolling out our community Discord server, so come join the party ahead of the new series. For now, I've been Commander Brie, and thank you for watching Trek Central. I hope you enjoyed the new series, and I, of course, will see you all very soon.